It's very frustrating and aggravating when you have knowledge about something and you want to share it with your friends, loved ones, partners, but they just don't want to buy it. So you get upset and you think, okay, maybe I'm not credible, so I'll get some other stuff to back me up. Some gurus, some authors, some famous people, some books, some tapes, magazines, all sorts of stuff that you want to use to back you up. And it still doesn't work because the people you're trying to convince don't want to be convinced. And there's a very good reason for that. Because the minute you try to convince people, their wall goes up because they feel threatened that you're suddenly challenging their experience, their worldview, their opinions. And it's a very normal reaction that you don't want to be threatened, you don't want your world turned upside down. So the secret for you is in looking at it from a place of trying to get through in ways that don't make that wall go up, so that you can be heard and appreciated and maybe accepted. From your end, you're in a hurry, you're feeling anxious. You want the connection of you and your partner, friends and loved ones agreeing, being on the same page, and you can't wait for that to happen. So you want to hurry it up. You want to push it through. And the more you push, the quicker that wall is going to go up, the thicker it's going to be, and the more frustrated you're going to get. So here's how to approach it, taking everybody's needs into account. The most important thing is to try to avoid the part of you that's anxious and that wants to convince, because the people hearing you, all they're seeing is your anxiety, your need to convince, and they're not really paying attention to the information that you're giving them. So your whole goal is scuppered. If you come from a place of being sure that your facts are right, that your information has a solid foundation, then you want to feed just those facts in little spoonfuls to create an interest, to get their curiosity aroused in a non-challenging way. Because if you just give them a tiny little taste, their whole world doesn't fall apart. They still get to have what they have already. You're not crumbling their opinion structure. So the thing is to get them interested and curious and let them ask you, and then you can feed it. When people want to know, that's when they're going to take the information in and give it the credibility it deserves, because they're hungry. If you try to push it and force it and try to convince because you're anxious about not being on the same page, they're totally not ready, and all they focus on is your anxiety and your impatience, not on the facts. So do yourself a favor, pique their curiosity, give small mouthfuls, small bites of information, wait to see when they're hungry and when they want it, and you will find that the connection evolves and develops into something that makes both of you feel good. They're coming to you in a way that doesn't make them feel like an idiot or that they have the wrong end of the stick and you are right. It's not about who's right and wrong. It's about forming a place where the two of you can feel comfortable together in the knowledge that you already know has a good factual basis. So be patient. Don't try to convince. Make the other people hungry for information and give it in tiny spoonfuls. Make them want it. And you will be in the place that you want to be, connected, sharing the same information and acting on it in ways that bring you closer together.